everyone, and welcome to Overcast. Thank you for joining for the 76th episode of Overcast, your Overwatch podcast. I am Frostee, and this week I'm joined by two awesome people. We got Soulslain here, and of course, Ovadrive. What is going on here, you guys?
Hey, good to be back.
Yep, me too.
I know it's
for another episode.
Been a little bit of a delayed episode, but it's for good reason.
Absolutely.
So let's before we get into all that, let's just get the formalities out of the way, and we can just we chat about all that stuff. So the formalities, of course, of the show are you can follow us on Twitter at Overcast Show. Our blog page is overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com. You can go and find all the stuff that we talk about each week and links to our community cards each week as well. And then also remember to go to Frozen Fox Radio or FrozenFoxMedia.com. Sorry, not our old website. That one's dead now. FrozenFoxMedia.com. You can learn about this, all the other podcasts, and all the other content on the Frozen Fox Media Network. And thank you for watching the video version of this on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any episodes on there. Or if you're listening on the audio version on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else, if you love the show, let us know by leaving us a review, and make sure you subscribe so you catch all the episodes from here on out. There's the formalities. And we'll move right on. If you have not noticed, if you're watching the video version, you'll notice. Maybe if you're listening, you probably might not see what's going on. We have officially a new host added to the show this week. And those of you who've been watching on YouTube who've been like, "Where is Soul? Where is Soul at?" He's here, and he's here to stay.
I'm here. Thank you. It's great to be here.
So welcome to being part of the show permanently, and we will be changing up our video overlay, so those of you who watch will be able to get a little bit of a fresh take now as we head on into the future, right? So let's just move on now and get into what's going on, right?
Yeah, let's keep on moving. So season 4 is underway. Have you guys been playing any season 4 lately?
I've been playing. I've been trying to move on up in the last week. I kind of moved up and moved down, but only like a tiny bit. So I haven't really moved around too much. So it's kind of crazy getting to the last 2 weeks of the school. So once finals are out, I can play and not have to care about school all the time anymore.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of season 4 in the midst of BlizzCon sales, right? So
yes.
BlizzCon ticket sales were the last week or so, and I did get my tickets. I think Frosty, you got yours as well, right?
I did. You survived your scare on Wednesday, I heard.
I did. I didn't get them on Wednesday. I was really upset. I think I was like 20 seconds late getting into the queue. And within 5 or 6 minutes, I got kicked out, and it said, not unavailable. Refresh the page. I'm like, no, it can't be true. And so I had to come back on Saturday, and I eventually got in. But like I was telling you, that noise kind of scared me. I thought there was an error.
I know, right?
I finally got in.
Yeah, I had the crazy experience of the whole thing. It was like my wife and I, we both had we both had 2 tabs open. And then we had another friend that was on the somewhere else, and we were all on Discord, kind of coordinating to see who'd get tickets and get in. And so, we get to the top of the hour, and you're sitting there refreshing, and one of my windows was going really slow every time I'd refresh. The site was bogging down, and the other one was fine. And we get to the top of the hour, one of mine refreshes in immediately. It's like, all right, you're in line. Both of my wife's get in. And finally, the other tab I had open, finally refreshed. And so I, clicked to get tickets. And it was probably 20, almost 30 seconds after the top of the hour, after my other window had gone in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'll just let that one go and see, what happens, 7 minutes later, that one is the window that came up with my tickets.
Wow.
And I was like,
that's crazy.
What? But yeah, the sound happened, and I was looking around, because nothing changed on my screen right away either. So I was looking around, trying to figure out if there was another app that was open in the background, or if I'd somehow changed my ringtone or something.
Yeah.
And then it's here you go, you want to buy some tickets? And I was like, heck yeah. So got in.
Yeah. I went to some extremes. I turned off all my antivirus so my internet wouldn't be slow. I did a download check.
Yep.
I unplugged all my other Ethernet cords so no bandwidth was running on anything else.
Yeah, we do the same thing. Like, we're on Discord, but it's only on the cellular network. You just turn off like all your network connections. Nothing Wi-Fi is on in the house.
Yep. Gotta put all the bandwidth that I can do.
So it worked. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's there. It's like you got to every year. You're like, oh, gonna get in. I'm gonna get in. Somehow you make it in. It's like, okay.
I know. It's a lot of stress off the table.
Soul, what about you? You gonna be going to BlizzCon then?
I might. I'm thinking about it, but since me and Ova are in the same location, we might go together, but not 100% sure yet.
What's your price? Like, how much do we got to give you to go?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
How many loot boxes?
Yeah. Buy me the 40 pack maybe. I'm sold.
Nice. It'd be cool if we had like a little meetup going on or something. So.
Yep.
Would be fun.
Yeah. And like other than that, like Ova, have you been doing anything else this week in game?
Yeah, in game I picked up a new golden gun, and I know people are gonna get a little upset in game with me that I'm gonna be playing this hero quite a bit, but I was admiring one of the top 500 players, Kelfi, and
Okay.
he mains Widow, and I picked up. He's just amazing. Kefi is amazing, or Kefri. Sorry, kept mispronouncing that. Kefri, one of the amazing top 500 players. Plays Widow quite a bit. He's just so good, and really inspired me to play Widow. So I picked up a Widow golden gun. Been playing that a lot. And other than that, I alluded to this a couple episodes ago, but I picked up a Smurf account. It was actually my girlfriend's account that she wasn't playing. It was like level 7 at the time, and I played it all the way up through 25, did my placements, and I officially come to the terms that I'm a gold player since it placed me in gold. And that's where my other account is.
So you got your second opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, my second look at, I'm really a gold player, so. But I did move into plat on my main account, so I'm kind of like high gold, I guess. But
you're right in that borderline, you know.
I'm right on the borderline, but we'll see if Widow can carry me up past that. I would love that.
Grandmaster.
Okay.
GM Widow, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's what I've been doing is kind of watching some top 500 players, trying to get better as a player myself, and then having fun with Widow, picking up that golden gun.
Nice. How about you, Soul? What have you been up to in game, out of game this week?
Well, at least this week I haven't been playing too much, but probably about a week ago, me and Nova and another person, we went crazy with how much we played, and we were all getting really close to middle platinum. One of our friends got diamond, which was pretty awesome. I was hoping to do the same, but then like right as I hit that peak at like 2750, started diving, losing streak, and now I'm all the way down at 2300 now from 2700. So yeah, it doesn't feel good sometimes, but I know I'll get back up eventually. It takes time.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, like once you've been there before, you know you can do it again, kind of thing. You know, you've seen that like play at the higher ranks. So
Yep.
Yeah.
And I guess to wrap it up for the week, who got their Heroes of the Dorm bracket wrecked?
Oh, I did. I placed like 10,000th or something like that. Something really, really bad.
Yeah,
I think the top, was it 500 people get a skin or something like that?
I think so. So it was like, I pulled up and was like, I had like UConn, LSU, UT Arlington, and I can't remember who else was in the finals. It was like Arizona or something wacky because I had like that double upset I was telling you about. And I was like watching the finals, going in, and I was like, well, I still got 2 teams. It still could be LSU. It's like, nope. Just get wrecked.
UT took it 3-0.
I was like, please at least win one game.
Yeah.
Nope.
LSU, they put up a fight though. It was good.
Yeah, not to get too much into Heroes, but I honestly, as much as I like watching Heroes of the Dorm every year, I think they need to change the seeding or something maybe, because it seems like there's just not a lot of parity when you get to the finals anymore. Like the last 2 years, the teams in the finals are just getting steamrolled.
Yep.
But
yeah, especially when you come into the tournament not losing any games.
Yeah.
And then you go through the tournament not losing any games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
You get to the finals and you lose 3 in a row. And it's like,
Yep.
oh. So, it sounds like Overwatch World Cup, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Sounds like my Overwatch games.
Oh. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Season 4. If there's anything else we want to talk about status-wise or any trends that we've noticed in gameplay, any hero trends that we've been seeing. I don't know, what do you think? Soul, have you been seeing any like crazy hero pick trends or anything like that going on?
I've seen more Orisa than Sombras still, so but people don't yell at me anymore about picking Orisa, so that's improving a little bit. Trying to get the Orisa main, but we'll see.
All right.
Yep.
Ovo,
Yeah, one thing I'll note, since playing, I guess this just came out yesterday, Tuesday, with the capture points being percentage based versus tick based. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more rewarding whenever you can actually make the push or make the defense, because it's that progress bar instead of the 1, 2, 3 ticks. And actually, before you had to get all 3 to even cap it. So that's actually been good. So I think for me, Season 4 is improving since this patch, along with all the other things they put in there, like the Lucio updates. Maybe we'll get into some of that later. But
yeah, the Lucio updates, and I think we talked about in the show a show or two ago about Orisa players, and I think they're starting to come in now. Finally, like people are kind of getting the hang of playing Orisa, and it's not so much of like Orisa just diving in and getting owned, like we were talking about back then.
Yeah.
So
telling people to switch off Orisa, she's bad. Stuff like that.
So they switched to Sombra.
Yeah.
And if you haven't done your placements yet, I feel for you, because I did mine on the Smurf, and I had, I think, 5 or 6 of them had a lever on either our team or their team. So it's unfortunate. If you haven't done your placements yet, maybe hold off. Maybe just play quick play.
Maybe just forget about this season.
Yeah.
Or if you really want your your spray or whatever, or your icon, I mean, if you really want it that bad, do your placements. Nice. Well, let's talk about from last week. There was an interview with Jeff Kaplan and GameSpot, and it was quite a great interview, honestly. We got to learn some things about Jeff and about Overwatch, what could have been in Overwatch at some time, and it was really good. And I'm kind of jealous. I wish that we could interview Jeff on the show, because I would like to ask him some of these kind of questions. And we always know Jeff is an awesome guy, and now we know it even more, right? After this.
Absolutely.
So we learn about Jeff, like what kind of shampoo he likes. Does he like, what kind of peanut butter does he like, and things like that. Some of the things we learned that were more relevant to the game, first off, is we're not going to have another Sombra ARG. So all of you out in the community that did not like the Sombra ARG at all, you can kind of rest assured that it's not coming back.
I think that's a great move.
And we learned Jeff Kaplan, he likes smooth peanut butter, if you want to know, if you haven't read the interview yourself. But Winston likes both, so.
Okay.
And it was interesting because last week they were talking about are they going to introduce like a story-driven campaign or anything like that? And we're going to get into Uprising in just a few minutes here. But it was interesting, they talked about oh yeah, we've been talking about doing this, and we're excited because we have the new comic coming out, and then Junkenstein's Revenge. And if you watched the developer update from the other day, he talked about how Junkenstein's Revenge and how everybody loved it so much, and that's kind of what drove them to introduce the Uprising and all that into the game. So I think that was pretty cool. I think some of the other funny stuff was just things like asking Jeff, has he heard of the Twitter, you've seen it on Twitter and other places probably, about the girl calling other kids a Hanzo main. Is it nice to call other people a Hanzo main? Do you know about Dino Flask? It's a great interview, so I'd hit up GameSpot for that. And one of the things that was kind of neat that came out of it, though, was that there was a question that said, have you ever thought about making a cat hero? Surely the internet would love that, right? And in that little answer, we learned a lot about some of the things that we could have had, such as there was actually a possibility of having a cat hero at one time. And, well, I'll just read like part of it. And they said, we've done a lot of concepting. We had one hero who was just a hockey player, literally a hockey player. We made a Lucio skin for a hockey player, but he was just a hockey player hero. And then there was one hero that we had a huge internal debate on the team, was because we just loved it so much, but we didn't end up making it. And it was a jetpack, and it had a cat that laid in it, just like a cat does. Then every once in a while, it would paw at the controls. So it was a cat in a jetpack. So, I don't know. Like, do you want a cat jetpack hero? I mean, it sounds cool, right?
Just give me a Ferris skin that is exactly that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, because Farrah's got like the jackal. It's like a dog, kind of. So let's just get like a cat Farah and go with it.
In a little basket with her jetpack.
Oh, that's awesome. And then like the hero that was like a hockey player, like
so he's shooting pucks at people, I guess.
I guess just hitting people with a stick,
Yeah.
I would like to know his backstory if he was introduced in the game too. It's like Overwatch just went to a hockey game and like recruited him or something. Yeah. They're like, dude,
I guess
you could help us like save the world.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that fits into the lore. That'd be a little weird.
We're gonna find out that the biohazard suit guy, when he gets introduced in the game, was actually the hockey player guy.
Yeah.
He like tripped and fell into something toxic, and they're like, we gotta give you something else. I don't know, but yeah, if you want to check out more about it, like it's a really great interview from GameSpot. Go and see more of what Jeff has to say. But most of it, I think, a majority of the interview, I think, was funny more than serious, honestly. But it was really good to read. So let's talk about something that's new, and this is like brand new, right? April 11th has just hit, and Overwatch Uprising is here. So we had like a little preview that was going to be something declassified. We knew something was going to happen on the 11th. We didn't really know what it was. We got the comic, but weren't 100% sure if it related to it, and we found out that we basically get to live that comic that just came out the other day. So I'll ask you guys, what do you think about Uprising? Soul, have you played the Uprising event?
Yeah, I got to try it on normal and was it hard difficulty. It's pretty fun. I like the different objectives that you got to do throughout it.
Yep.
It takes place on King's Row, and it's kind of a revamped King's Row. It's during the day, so King's Row is obviously at night. But this one's kind of during the day, and you go in, and there's like 3 or 4 different initial checkpoints, and then you kind of run backwards through the whole place to an end boss, and you're fighting these OR-14s, which is actually a new skin for Orisa, which is really cool. I like all the new skins from this event.
Yeah.
I need to definitely pick up a few of them.
Yeah, it's really neat because it's like Jeff said, this is reliving like a piece of actual history from Overwatch, and we get to see like Tracer's first mission, and you get to interact with all these people kind of like in their heyday in a way.
Yeah, I like how the comic played right into this event, like almost like right at the end of the comic is where you pick up in game, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool like if they continue this kind of thing where they do an arcade mode where it's like part of the story of Overwatch and some of the lore, so you get to like play through it. That'd be pretty cool if they continue with this in this direction. Yeah,
for sure. I'm curious if they'll continue like the Sombra cinematic, when Zarya comes out at the end. Maybe they'll ever do like a an event with that.
Yeah. We need a Mercy cinematic.
I know,
we haven't gotten a Mercy cinematic.
Yep. I know. That skin though, I want that skin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting that.
So yeah, the event is here. It's got of course the new skins. Everybody is loving like the younger McCree, and like the Genji is like a hit too. It seems like in the community where he's like Blackwatch Genji, so he's like kind of like he's not all covered up. It's kind of a cool skin. And I agree with a lot of people I've seen on Twitter that I think my favorite animation that came out of the whole thing was the Diva one, where like her mech is exploding and she's taking a selfie.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked up a few. I used a WoW token to buy some loot boxes, and actually I got the Diva one in there, which was pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, so everyone out there, hit up the the Uprising event. It's April 11th through May 1st, so you have quite a bit of time to get in there and play it, get your favorite loot boxes, or you can be like that person on YouTube that we saw a long time ago that saved up like 1,000 loot boxes from all the different events, which is that's a little nuts, but yeah, you never, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and like that comes to, you know, like we said, the whole event kind of picks up where the comic leaves off, and that came out just right before the event, and it's also called Uprising. It's a great comic. You know, you get to, you know, kind of set the stage for what's going on in this event, so definitely go and check that out. That's the Blizzard Overwatch number 12 of the series, I guess, of comics now, so you can go and hit that up on the Overwatch page, or we can link to it also on our blog page, so you can go and check that out. But yeah, it's really cool. Awesome art as always. And one of the artists on, I think it was on Twitter, was saying like that some of the pictures in there, like they had to push themselves, and it was a really cool experience to do that. So yeah, I think it's really interesting because like I think, you know, it seems like the art style is like different every single time, especially the cover, and it's just really neat stuff. I'm glad we're getting more lore and getting more to that backstory. So
Agreed.
nice. So let's move on from that and talk about the Blizzard E-Stadium that just opened over in Taiwan this last week. And this is like a dedicated Blizzard esports stadium where esports events would be held. And some people are saying this is like a preview of what we can expect with stadiums when Overwatch League actually gets going in earnest. And it looks really cool. It's kind of got like that black and white motif with, you know, it's got like the Blizzard logo. Almost looks like Blizzard headquarters or something, you know, but with people playing esports instead. Yep. So yeah, I showed you guys some of the stuff from Twitter. What do you think about this new arena that we can see?
I think it's awesome. I want to see these come to the United States soon. Yeah, definitely with Overwatch League, it'd be so cool to go to these dedicated arenas and kind of show people who aren't interested in gaming yet or just aren't aware of it that, hey, this is a serious thing, right? Like esports is getting big, and we're dedicating venues to do this in, and people come and see it. I like the merch shop that they have there, right? That little like merchandise booth.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be complete without that. So I think it's really cool.
Snack bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they actually have one recently, or at least planned on putting one. What was it? Actually, I think Washington, D.C., they were going to make a dedicated esports stadium here in the U.S., which is pretty cool, too. So they're like moving into dedicated esports arenas nowadays, and it's actually increasing. Yeah, so it's getting pretty big.
Yeah, I think like in Washington, I think like it's Red Bull Esports, if I remember right. That I know for a while they rented out a place, but I wonder. It seems like they always have an event in DC when I see it like online and stuff. So, I wonder if that's like the one you're talking about or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really neat. They said that this one in Taiwan seats between 200 and 500 spectators. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, imagine, you know, when Overwatch League gets going. Say if we had one of these in Pittsburgh and we had one of these in Denver and LA. And not only could we have Overwatch League teams, you know, have tournaments at these different locations, but imagine having like a Pittsburgh tournament where teams from around the area, you know, like maybe the surrounding few states get together and they all go there and have a tournament, you know, like in the local area.
Yeah. Be so cool.
That'd be a lot of fun. I mean, it'd be really neat to, you know, to have just like a stage to be able to do that, a place where you can get together and just have a big community tournament or something like that. You know, maybe other people in the community can rent it out, you know, and have like a community tournament nights or something. I don't know. Depends on how they're operated, I guess. But
do you think we'll eventually see like seasons? Like, you know how regular sports have like, you know, oh, it's hockey season, football season, baseball season. Do you think we'll see that in esports, at least in the Blizzard universe or ecosystem?
I think that we would, especially with like Overwatch League gets going. You know, I don't know how long the season would be, but I think there'll definitely be like a season where it's like, you know, we're playing, and maybe like playoffs or whatever you want to call it, and then there's maybe like a short break where there's like free agency, trading, draft, and then like head into like the next official season kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea because right now, like in Overwatch esports, it's so unstable. People are switching teams like constantly, and if you had an actual season, people would have to be like pretty much on the same team for that season. So you wouldn't keep switching teams so often, and maybe it would give the players a little bit better salary if we had consistent seasons. But like they don't have to play. They could play whenever. There's no weather. You just sit inside,
Right.
play some games. So they could just, whatever Blizzard maybe decides when their like tournament season goes on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think it'd be nice to have a big focus, like, okay, this month is all about Overwatch, or this week, or whatever it is.
You could even say like 5 months, like, preliminaries and qualifiers, and then we have this like grand, final, like Super Bowl or something at the end of that season to like decide who's the best.
Yeah, that's BlizzCon.
Yeah.
I think
Overwatch Open, right?
Yeah.
I think that's part of what complicates it too for us, is like all these games, a lot of them have their finals at BlizzCon, and so to have like different seasons throughout the year, like Hero season ends and then like Overwatch season picks up or anything like that too. Like nobody'd want to like play Heroes and then just sit around for like a few months and go play at BlizzCon, right? So
yeah, that's very true.
It's kind of like that natural world of esports where different games overlap. I mean, while I was watching Heroes of the Dorm this last weekend, the WoW Arena tournament's on Twitch, so I had both on. So it's like it's like so crazy. You're just getting inundated with esports constantly from the same company.
Hard to keep up.
Yeah. So you have to mute one, so you just like watch the other, and you're just like, hope you don't miss too much if you're trying to watch it. But the other thing is like if an Overwatch League kicks off, please don't have like Facebook streaming. It was so bad for Heroes of the Dorm.
It was terrible.
I heard that was pretty bad. Yeah.
Give us a dedicated streaming service, or just do it on Twitch.
Yeah.
just do it on Twitch, please.
How many video gamers use Facebook Live anyways, It's like what a horrible platform to do it on.
Yeah,
they should have done something else.
Yeah, I ever since like the whole streaming integration with Facebook started, I was like, it's cool that we're getting integrated streaming systems with these games, but the fact that it's Facebook just knocks me. If it was like integrated with Twitter, then I'd be like, yeah, this is awesome, let's do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like Facebook is just there's like 3 people on Facebook that even would care that I'm playing a video game,
Yeah.
And I know I can stream to, like, for example, like if we were playing Overwatch, I could stream to the Overcast page, but more people would probably watch on Twitch. It's just a overall more universal platform for people to watch gaming, right?
Yep.
But anyway, enough on that. We rant on that a lot. Like we kind of forgot to talk about earlier, but there has been some changes to Lucio. We talked about potential changes a few weeks ago, but it's definitely here now. It's live. And Soul, you've been enjoying some of these changes. What do you think about Lucio now? You calling yourself a Lucio main yet?
Yep. I already wanted to go Lucio main. I was really excited for this patch because it gives them a 20% speed boost when wall riding, plus a little extra boost whenever you jump. Increases his heal, but it reduces it down to I think 10. I don't know the units meters I think they specify.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know the metrics, but yeah, inches, feet.
Game units, yeah.
Yeah, game units. But it's I think it's fine like that because you have like Mercy or Ana who do the long range healing anyways, single target. Lucio was always about like being in a like specific spot and healing with the tanks and stuff on the payload or something like that. And it's fun. And he's really fast now too. It's awesome.
Do you think
best part?
I'll go for
the best part is the telegraphed aura.
Yeah.
You can see it on the ground. It is fantastic. That should have been from day one.
Especially for allies. Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice, like to actually like know where it is now.
Yeah. You're getting healed or not.
Do you think that you've seen like a change in kind of how you interact with Lucio in the game, range wise? Because now that range is it's what we reduced by 2/3 almost from where it was.
Yeah.
Have you seen like a little bit of an adjustment period as people have realized they have to get a little bit closer to you? Or do you just find yourself having to go and seek out them and get near them?
I think they increased the speed boost or the wall ride so that you could be near people if you wanted to. I think I haven't played them too much, but what I'd focus on is just being on like the objectives and stuff, and people will come to you. Like Mercy or Ana can deal with the Pharahs or Genjis or whatnot. Like I'm not going to worry about chasing after a Genji to heal him a little bit or something. But I was thinking maybe his speed boost is also affected, so you're not going to be able to speed boost people in who are really far away from you. You might have to, like a death ball, everyone just runs in a small tight group and dives the point.
Yeah, exactly. I guess the last thing I'll ask about Lucio is we speculated whether or not he would be continue to be that 98% must pick. Do you think he's still that much of a must pick?
Probably. I mean, he still does a speed boost, but the comps might have to change because only the people really close to him would be able to speed boost. And there's still dive comps. So, I mean, Winston might not get it because he'll jump in, Diva, and everyone else will be flanking and stuff. It might not work as well with some of the dive comps I'm thinking of.
Yeah, what do you think, Ova?
Yeah, playing on the other side of having Lucio on my team, I did find myself tending to wanting to be in that circle. So I can see the circle and I know, oh hey, I'm not getting heals, I'm dying, so I find myself running into that. And so I don't know. I think he'll still be up in that top tier unless obviously those people who run those tournaments and min max everything know more than I do, but I think he still has a good place up there in the top tier meta.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think a few weeks ago we were like, oh, maybe he'll be a little bit of a less need to pick, but it seems like he's going to still be right up there at the top for me too. The changes aren't enough to knock him out of that. I don't know if they want to knock him out of that in the first place. I don't know if that was ever their intention anyway, but it just seems like he's going to be around to stay for quite a while. He's kind of like that anchor healer that every team has.
We almost forgot about the fire rate increase. So now he hits faster and the increases damage. So I tested out. You could if you got headshots, you could hit someone with like 2 shots if you hit all the Lucio falls into someone. So.
Sound waves.
Yeah, the sound waves.
It's time for a boostio.
Yeah, he does a decent damage, and I think ESP Stanky, he loves playing aggressive Lucio. This is even better for him. He's gonna go nuts and do all the kills for his team, gold limbs. He's gonna be better than Zenyatta killing people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's talk a little bit about Reaper Watch. This is week 13-ish or something.
Too many weeks
of Reaper Watch. We got kind of some sad news though, right?
Yeah, there's unfortunate news.
I'll let you let everyone know, Ova. We found out the sad news this week.
So I looked into this a little bit more, went back to the page, and I'm like, what the heck is going on with this? And there's at the very bottom description says, we'll ship by Q3 2017. So I need to wait another 4 months to get this thing. So I might as well buy the Widow one because I'll probably get it.
Now you have both.
Yeah, I need both now.
You're a Widow main now, right?
Yeah,
so.
I'm an aspiring Widow main, so now I need a statue.
There you go. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess they just had, I don't know if they had to make a bunch of Widowmaker or maybe a bunch of, maybe your Reaper statue was on a ship and the shipping container fell overboard, lost at sea.
Stolen, I don't know.
It's on the black market now. Your Reaper statue is on some black market.
It's on eBay right now.
It's on eBay.
I'm gonna go buy my own statue off of eBay.
For twice as much at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you order the Widowmaker, now we'll have a race to see who arrives first, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go to community cards for the week. A couple weeks ago when we did the last one, we had the nomination between me and Ova. And I actually came out on top, 64% to 36% this time. So the Overwatch, the Mercy necklace won, the one from Krista Leva. So yeah, I was able to take the victory that time. So trophy goes back to me. And let's talk about what we want to nominate this week for our community cards. So this week, I have somebody I follow on Twitter. They are at Beast Soul Artist, and they basically took a bunch of the Overwatch heroes, a lot of them now, and made them into like kind of animalistic kind of things. You see me tweet this stuff a lot anyway, but I think they did a really cool job. They're all kind of like cut out badge-looking ones now, and so that's my nomination. You'll see them on the blog page and on Twitter. So I will solicit your vote from there. Ova, what do you want to nominate this time?
So, I apologize in advance, but I'm going to be a little bit selfish with this nomination.
Humble brag.
Yeah. I'm going to put up an actual card of my Widowmaker play, MVP, 82% of the match on fire. So for everybody that doesn't feel like you want a Widowmaker on your team, just think about the good Widows that are out there. Could be a big contribution, 82% of the match on fire. So just throw that out there.
You never felt so alive, right?
Exactly.
I'll probably vote for you.
All right, Soul, what is your nomination? Your first nomination as an official member of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Got to come strong.
Since the new Lucio patch, the Twitch clip of Lucio saying a rare line. He shouts "Boostio" whenever he gets boosted by Ana. So
nice. And then watching him take out a bunch of people,
yeah.
just wrecking. All right, there you go. That's the nominations for this week. You'll see them on the Twitter page and on the blog page. So go and vote for your favorite there. And also remember, you can, on our blog page, become a member of our Discord community. So go and just click to join. You'll find the widget there. You do it on the page, the front page, or you can click the link, no matter what page you're on our blog page. It says Connect on Discord, and you'll be right there. And come and chat, hang out, play with us, whatever it might be. Now that school's ending, we can start arranging some better play nights where maybe we can all get on and we can all play together. Maybe we can do some crazy custom matches or something like that.
Yeah.
Come up with something insane. So never know. And that's it. We don't have any Ask Overcast questions for this week. So if you do have any questions, you can always just do it on Twitter with the hashtag Ask Overcast, or you can just come on our Discord. We have a whole chat channel where you can just ask us any questions you want answered on the show. And so now that we have Soul, you can ask him all the deep-rooted questions you want to know about Soul and his life.
Yep. Fire away.
Sure.
Nice. The shout-outs for the week. I'm going to go ahead and shout out Con Before the Storm. They're getting really close to being 100% funded. So go and fund them. Their Kickstarter is up. They put on an awesome, awesome party. I was lucky enough to be a guest last year and the year before, actually. I was on the Overwatch panel last year with awesome people from all over the Overwatch podcasting community. So come and join that. There's different tiers where you can get artwork. Become no matter how much you can give, it helps the party, and the party is fantastic. And if you've been, you know that it's a great gathering of just all kinds of Blizzard fans, just a lot of fun. So I want to shout them out and kind of promote them, I guess. So, Ova, do you have any shout outs for the week?
I mean, I guess I'll just kind of shout out to pretty much anybody who streams Overwatch, allowing people to have a place to come and learn what you're doing and engage in that community. I'm really enjoying a lot of the Overwatch streams, whatever elo it is, getting out there and supporting all of you guys by viewing or kind of chatting. It's really cool. So just shout out to that community there.
Nice. And then Soul, do you have any shout outs? Anybody you want to give the nod to this week?
I think I'm going to add to Ova's comment. It's pretty awesome. It's hard to... One way to learn is kind of going on Twitch and just watching the people play your favorite heroes and maybe asking them how do they play it, or they can give you a lot of tips on there and on how to play them. So some things that you just might not think about, they might, how they play and stuff. It's a great tool.
Yeah, it is. It's a really crazy thing. You know, you think years and years ago we didn't have Twitch, we didn't have streaming, we didn't even have YouTube. You know, when you want to learn how somebody did it, you knew like the kid in your school that was like the best at playing Mortal Kombat, and you go over to his house and like pray that he would teach you like, you know, the fatality or whatever it might be, because you had nowhere to watch it. And you know, we do live in a great time where we have these awesome tools and awesome people in the community that do that. So there you go. All right. It comes to the end where we give the formalities again. Remember, you can find us on Twitter at Overcast Show. You can also find our blog page, which is overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com. And frozenfoxmedia.com is where you can find this and all the other podcasts and other content on the Frozen Fox Media Network. Thank you for watching the YouTube version if you're checking that out, or if you're listening on the audio version on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else. Wherever you are, if you love the show, let us know. Leave us a comment. Leave us a review. Just make sure you let us know if you want answers to your questions or whatever it might be. But always make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes in the future. So where can people find you on the web, Ova?
You can find me on Twitter or on Twitch at Ovadrive CTR.
Nice. And Soul, is there anywhere where people can find you on the web right now?
Not yet, but I think I'm going to create an official Twitter page so that people can follow me on there.
Nice.
I'll make it happen.
Once we get set up, we'll let everybody know. It'll be like at Soulslain official.
Yeah.
And then he'll get verified immediately.
Official.
Yeah.
Before any of us.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you can find me at Frosty Fox pretty much everywhere. So thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you to Soul and Ova for making an awesome show again this week. And thank you all for watching or supporting the show in any way you have. This is the 76th episode of Overcast, your Overwatch podcast. And we will see you next week. We start recording on Wednesdays, and we'll start posting Wednesday towards the end of the week or something like that, once we get it all edited. So look for that every week, just kind of like a little bump in our schedule. So yeah, there you go. So to finish out, I'll just say that I am Frosty.
I'm Overdrive.
I'm Soulslain.
We'll catch you later.